What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shakes coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to go over just training camp the other day for the Eagles. They had a 7:30 p.m. practice. They were supposed to have an open practice for the public, the second one at Lincoln Financial Field. It never happened because of the weather. So they went to the NovaCare inside the Dome and worked inside today, which is good. So obviously a few things to talk about, but Devonta Smith with a little bit of an injury scare today because he hurt his ankle on 11 on 11s, and then, the trainers were looking at him. He walked for a couple minutes. He was totally fine, got right back in, so it was a close one. But need to keep this guy healthy. For the regular season. I don't know what they're doing with him this week. I have no idea. Obviously, I'm not going to answer anything until, the day of the last preseason game against the Jets. I have no idea what's going on. You have 3 weeks to rest guys if you don't play anybody this week, so you can rest some guys. Obviously, you have joint practices with the Jets this week, so they're probably going to treat like that as a game. But I'll get into that more later in this video. Now I want to go over Milton Williams today. Did start with the first team. Fletcher Cox was out. A little bit of an injury. Nothing crazy. They're just going to rest him. Fletcher Cox isn't playing the rest of preseason, obviously, but Milton Williams got some reps with the first team today. I need to see more from him, and especially even with the first game coming up, I'm very excited to see Milton Williams in this rotational, as a rotational player. And that short area explosiveness, I think we've seen it. I think he was held twice. Would have sacked Mac Jones once in that game Thursday night, and had two holding penalties on him, which was good. So thought he played well. I thought he played the well out of what we couldn't look at too much here, but I thought he was one of the players that did good. You cause a holding penalty, you're doing your job, and that's a good thing to see. And then really just going, Nick Sirianni has a press conference, and Nick Sirianni, I got to say, the one thing about him is that he'll shoot you straight. Someone asked him about, what did you get out of this game? What players, did well? And, he kind of answered and said, you know what, we didn't play well, all sides of the ball. We didn't play well at all. And, at least he's telling the truth because you guys didn't play well. You had depth pieces out there that didn't do much of anything. He talked about the linebackers playing good. He talked about the tight ends. Obviously, Jack Stahl, I think, had a really good game. He broke 2 tackles for a first down. I think he had another first down. So nice to see Jack Stahl get some work, obviously with Tyree Jackson that's sitting there. And then talks about Jalen Hurts, that he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. They talked about his paying the rent every day and just getting better every day, this team getting better every day. He doesn't think this team is where it's at right now, and I think this team definitely needs more work. They're showing it at joint practices, but obviously when he benched the offensive line and benched the defensive line and the cornerbacks, it was more of just to show the back end of your roster, see what kind of depth do you have with this team with all of training camp that's been around for a bit. So not much there. But yet no answer on what the Eagles are doing this week. If I could guess, guys, no starters are playing in this game this week. I don't know if the Jets are going to have their starters, because if the Jets are playing starters this week, then obviously it's just going to be another game like it was in New England. The same game. It's going to happen again if that's the case. And if you're benching your offensive line, defensive line, corners, if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, I don't know. He won't even give an answer if Jalen Hurts is even going to play. At this point, if you're not going to play your offensive line, is it really worth it to play Jalen Hurts to get hit a million times and run for his life? I don't know. Nick Sirianni's not happy with the production, and I'm not either. I didn't like the decision he made. I understand why he did it, but obviously I think it's a fresh team. It needs more work. It needs to build more chemistry. I just think there's just not enough there. Or maybe I'm overreacting and saying, you know what, maybe they need to rest for 3 weeks, and I just don't believe in the whole thing of practices. I know practices make you better for games, but practices are just not enough. You have to show it in an actual game. You have to at this point. So not giving away what he's doing this week, who's starting, who's not. If it's up to me, for what I think he's thinking right now, he's not starting anybody. He's going to rest people. He's going to treat the joint practice like an actual game for his starters, and then he's going to bench everybody. And we're going to see Joe Flacco in the first half. We're going to see Nick Mullins in the second half. And we're probably going to get an ugly game. I have no idea. But telling you right now, if this happens and we have to deal with another game against the Jets and their starters now, and we're going to get creamed the whole game, I don't know what to say. Obviously, that's what's going to happen. Obviously, I know that Nick Sirianni and Robert Salah the Jets head coach have been talking, and obviously they're trying to work some stuff out with just how they're. I mean, I know the teams do it differently, so I don't know if they say, well, are you putting in your starters or are we putting in our backups? I don't know what the conversation is when they talk about when they get into a preseason game, so I'm not sure. I think they just do their own thing, and that's really it. But if it's up to me, guys, he's not playing anybody this week. I'd be surprised if Jalen Hurts is there because there's no way he's playing with two more weeks left till the season starts. I highly doubt he's putting in his offensive line, his defensive line, and his starting cornerbacks. I highly doubt it. Maybe you'll see maybe you'll see a little bit of Devonta Smith this week. Maybe, I don't know. But if it was up to me to think what he's thinking, he's going to treat these joint practices like they're games, and he's not going to play anybody. I mean, I could say it over and over again because that's what I think is going to happen. I don't believe in practice is just going to turn this team around. It's going to take more than just practices, training camps, joint practices. And the Eagles did really well. Starters against the Patriots last week, and let's see what they do against the Jets. Can they do this again? Could they really do a good job this week? If they treat them like games, it makes them work harder. The competition is up there, then I'm fine with it. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Nothing much, but we'll have another day of training camp and joint practices on Tuesday. I don't know if they're doing it Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know the schedule this week because I think our game is on Friday this week instead. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Shakes, what up, follows 5. Peace out, guys. Peace.